for coming and joining us. So I'm going to hand this off to Carol, who's going to talk to you about rules.
So I'm not going to talk too much about rules, but I did talk to the coaches. You'll see in the notice of race and the sailing instructions, one, you have to read both documents. All of you who are racing need to read both documents, all the amendments, check to see if there's some other changes, because both documents apply to this race. One of the items in that document is that we are using Appendix V as in Victor, which means if you break a rule in the course, instead of doing 2 turns, you only need to do 1. That's part 2. That's when boats meet. If you break a rule in the zone, it's 2. Okay. The other part of V is you come back in, and since you guys are all so honest, you come back in and say, oh my gosh, I did break that rule. But now you can't do a turn. You can take a penalty, a V penalty, and you fill out a form, and your finish gets adjusted by 30%. So you don't have to retire, but you can take a 30% penalty. The other part is the race committee is going to put a report on actions of the race committee. OCS, did not finish, did not start. You need to go to the board and look at those, because you have the protest period to say, I think they made a mistake. And after that protest period is up, all bets are off. We can expand it if you broke your leg or something and you just got back from the clinic, but otherwise, but if you look at the posted scores and you see, I finished 7th and they're showing me 20th, and that's the first time you looked at it, you have to also fill out a scoring inquiry form as soon as possible. Once you do that and you don't like the answer, then you can file for redress. So that's the process that we've kind of changed. And this is commonly being used across the country now. So, and then Appendix P is kinetics. We changed that because the real rule says after you've done it twice, you get tossed. We don't want to toss you. But we will keep track of it. If we see one person getting called on a whole bunch of stuff, we might have a little meeting. So in addition to the jury, we're handling stuff on the water, but we have the Code of Conduct Committee. And you all have signed a Code of Conduct. So if there are things that come up that are happening on land, Susan Backus Starr and her committee, which is composed of other representatives from other clubs, will have you come and have a little meeting to decide what happened. And if they can take care of it, they'll take care of it. If they think it's really pretty bad, then the jury gets back into it for misconduct or Rule 69, and nobody wants to be part of Rule 69. So I know you guys aren't going to cause any problem. But the most important thing is I want all the rookies, first-time people here, to please stand up. All the rookies. So rookies. So all the rest of you, including me, who I raced this in the 60s, and my roommate was actually Susan Backus Starr. And 30 years later, our daughters and Susan's niece raced this event in a Thistle. So we go back a long way. So this is the deal. All of you know who the rookies are. You know which rookies are in your team. You buy them an ice cream to welcome them to this great, great event.
Before we move on, does anybody have any questions for Carol about what she just said? Somebody's got to have a question. Do you want her to restate what she said? At the desk where I was this morning. The forms will all be laid out there for you. And then the notice board is actually, the physical notice board is posted under the pavilion. When you guys come up off the ramp right there, that's where the notice board is. So any official notices of anything will be there. Any other questions for Carol? One turn, not two, right? Except in the zone. And then it's two. Okay. Okay. A couple of other just quickie things on the schedule. In the years past, we've been able to use the pool next door, but that pool and that part of the hotel has been sold off. So we cannot use that pool except for Wednesday night. So after awards, you guys can have a pool party until 10, okay? Pool party. And then also just remember, so just going through the week, so tonight, obviously we're here. Tomorrow is Monday night. We're going to have dinner at Put in Bay Yacht Club. And then after that, we're going to do lawn games. It's mandatory fun. You're going to have to check in. You have to be there. And if you're not there, I need to know why. If you're just done and you're going to the hotel, that's fine. But I need to know that you're completely exhausted and that your team liaison is signed off on it. Otherwise, you're all coming to fun and made of. So that's tomorrow night. On Tuesday night, it's Adventure Bay. So we have Adventure Bay hooked up. So we're going to do your team dinner. You're going to go out to dinner with your teams. And then after that, you're meeting us at Adventure Bay at 8 p.m. until 10 p.m. So you can swim there as well. So if you want to swim that night, you can as well. And then Wednesdays, obviously, the awards banquet here. This is the dress-up affair for all the rookies. This is where we are. Typically, you'll dress up. You take pictures outside. Dinner will start a little bit later, around 7 that night. It's a nicer dinner. We do awards, and I want to talk a little bit about what you guys are kind of trying to earn for awards. Where's my cheat sheet? Okay, so at that awards banquet, it's not about winning necessarily. It's about these perpetual amazing awards. So, for example, sportsmanship. We have a female sportsman, we have a male sportsman, and we have team sportsmanship award. Those are voted on by you. So you're going to get ballots on Wednesday morning at breakfast, and you're going to come out, and then it's we make it so that you can't game it, meaning like the biggest team can't all like vote for themselves and win. So it's one team, one vote for the team, but for individuals, it's open. And it's pretty. So those are some pretty amazing opportunities to come up here and be awarded those very special awards. I think. Do we have any former Sportsmanship of the Year award winners here? There we go, Emma. And Carol. Any other alumni? Yeah, so can anybody give me an idea, like how do you win the Sportsmanship Award? Emma, what did you do? I don't know. Somebody voted. What did Emma do last year? Talk to people on the water. Helpful. Looking out for people. Yeah, that kind of thing. That's good. And as a team, who won it last year? It was Leather Lips. Where's Leather Lips? How did you guys? It was just two. It was a team of two, and they won the team sports. How did you win it? What do you think you did? They made friends with other clubs. That's a good way to start. That's right. You can lobby by being nice to other clubs. Okay. Okay, and then on to the Regatta Awards. Just so you know that if you win in the Thistle class, there's a $300 award for first place. This is actually true for 420s, lasers, and thistles. $300 for the first place winners, $200 for the second place winners, and $100 for the third place winner. It's a scholarship that comes to you. So that's kind of sponsored by the Yachtsman's Fund. Yes, so not to be forgotten, the Yachtsman's Fund we should also thank for. So as you know, you all stay in a hotel. The fee to be here for a whole week is not, really, it's pretty reasonable for being here for the whole week. The Yachtsman's Fund gives us $100 per sailor out of the $149 for the hotel. So
when you say Yachtsman's Fund, everybody usually claps. So
yay, Yachtsman's Fund. I would also like to thank our big sponsor this year, Sailing Inc. You might have noticed you got a really cool Nalgene water bottle. That was courtesy of Sailing Inc. They bought those for you. And hopefully you all wrote your names on those bottles so that you don't lose it. But if we do have those Sharpies at the desk if it rubs off or something. And then also, I want to thank Adventure Bay because they donated the use of their space on Tuesday night, which is really nice. So it just helps us out as an organization. So let's thank them. All right. So I'm watching the parents file in. I'm kind of killing time. Okay. So I also want to thank Robert Kime, our photographer. He's back in the corner right now, but he's going to be out on the water for about 2 hours every day. So, don't smile for him, focus on sailing, but he'll be out there taking some cool shots of you guys. He's the guy who was the man of the van taking the picture in the rain tonight. So thank you for that. There's some chairs back here, parents, if there's some chairs in this corner over here. And are we good to go? Okay, so this is something I don't know. Who's the actual juror for this skit? It's the aisle over here, right here. These are your guys you want to impress. The gentleman in white over here. Okay. Does it matter who goes first? Do I just decide? All right. Are we ready for skits? I think we're going to go around the room and we're going to start over here. CYC's up.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Here, let's hold on 1 second. I'm gonna walk behind, okay, and then reposition. Thank you. You sit right here, pull up your chair. See what you got. Thank you. I saw all those kids going by, and that's going to get tough. Yeah, I was afraid of that. No? Oh, it's perfect. So I don't even need to watch it. It'll just run itself.
how many months are you?
I'm not pregnant. Rock. You have a lovely child.
This is my wife. Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Will you marry me? As if. Ooh, oral.
Wait. No one here. On to the next stop.
Okay, up next is Leather Lips.
Welcome to the LYC Annual Bank Awards Banquet. Welcome to the annual LYC Awards Banquet. Now we will be presenting our Bungle Bucket. The Bungle Bucket is an award that goes to someone with the most embarrassing sale in memory. So Mason would like to start off by nominating Evelyn.
My bad. All right, so I nominate Evelyn Hanna for the time she decided to single-handed thistle in very high winds. Not the smartest, brightest idea, all right? She capsized multiple times. The man showed up to rescue her in full work attire, jumped in to help her, jeans and all. turned out to be skinny jeans afterwards. Phone in pocket. After he helped write the boat, she didn't even mention to thank the poor man, and his phone got destroyed. But that is Evelyn Hannah's big mistake.
I would like to nominate Jenna Drobny for the Bungo Bucket Award. Her sailing fail was when she was sailing on a lightning with 2 club members. They were sailing upwind in moderate winds when the skipper fell out of the boat. They got their foot tangled around the main sheet and were being dragged behind the boat for a couple minutes when the middle crew also fell out of the boat. So she ended up having to turn the entire boat around to pick up her crew and her skipper. And for that, I nominate her for the Bungo Bucket Award.
All right, and I'm gonna nominate my friend Gavin Grundy for sailing his laser at Leather Lips, where we have a big dam. And he was going downwind, decided he would take his centerboard all the way out, and ended up flying down the dam in his laser. And he lived to see the day. So for that, I nominate Gavin Grundy. And now we will vote for who receives the Bungo Bucket. So let's see some hands for Evelyn Hannah. All right, and Jenna Drobny. And Gavin Grundy. Okay. Congratulations, Gavin, you have won the Bungo Bucket.
No.
I'm going to go with Quentin Bay next.
Hello, people of Junior Bay. Welcome to a typical day at Quentin Bay Sail Camp. Now, before we begin, we need to meet our coaches. First up, we have Lily Schwartz.
Hey guys, I'm Lily. I'm a coach. I sail at Eckerd. I sail at Eckerd College. Eckerd's basically the best college I think I've ever in the whole United States, like ever. My coach is Caroline. I love Caroline so much. In my opinion, like personally, like I basically think that she is pretty much the best. Like I love Caroline. And in my free time when I'm not taking naps on the barn floor, I'm yelling at all my sailors to do fatty roll tacks. Let's go sail, guys.
Next up, we have Ashlyn Fagan.
Hey guys, I'm Ashlyn. I'm so excited to be sailing. Let's go sailing. What?
Next up, we have Cam Friedauer.
Hey guys, I'm Coach Cam. I've been sailing for 12 years. I've been coaching for 6. Hoover's the best. You guys need to be more like Hoover. Hoover's so efficient at packing up boats. I wish I sailed at Hoover. Nadia's...
Hey, you cool cats and kittens. I'm Scott. I'm the director of the Put-in-Bay Yacht Club race team. Cam, that was the best intro I've ever seen. Actually, I have to go in like 3 minutes, but let's go sailing.
Scott, where are the staples?
I don't know. Ask Cam. All right, guys. So today we're going to be doing a mock regatta in sailing.
I can't see.
Move. So we're going to be doing a mock regatta today. But yeah, mock regatta. We had this plan for a while.
We're starting with roll tax.
No, we said the mock regatta. That was our plan. This has been. But we've had the mock regatta plan. It's been planned.
Hey, always comes no drill. Listen.
I had a different plan for today. We're actually gonna do downwind starts and waterfall races. So you guys know how to do that, right?
No.
Well, just follow the other people.
All right, guys, let's go sailing.
All right, so I don't understand why we're not gonna.
Oh, I'm taking the 14-foot dauntless.
Scale. It's called gill.
My side stay snapped.
E-tape it! I don't know, just like, what are you?
Scott put a hole in my boat.
E-tape it! What's it you, Betty?
He's always
Oh, you said you didn't care about it.
twisted my ankle.
E-tape it!
He's always
No, but you
my
said
mask fell on me.
E-tape it!
Thank you.
All right, next up is Gross Eel Yacht Club.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sailing Jeopardy. I'm your announcer, Anna, and I am a skipper. Please welcome tonight's contestants. On the right, we have Michael. He is a crew for me. Next, we have Norton, a skipper. After him, we have Sydney. She is his crew. And then we have Kellen, who also is a skipper, and Jacob, her crew, who is your host for tonight.
Thank you, Anna. I'm honored to be your host for the evening, and I would like to wish the best of luck to our contestants as we enter our one-round game of Sailing Jeopardy. Your categories for tonight are sailing. Kellen, you are furthest to the right. Could you please select a category and dollar amount?
I'll take sailing for 100, please.
All right. Mounted on or near the side stays, this device can be used to hold or direct spinnaker sheets on a 420. What is a spinnaker pole? Sorry, that is incorrect. Michael?
What is a guy hook?
That is correct. You may select a category and dollar amount.
Sailing for 200.
Thank you. This part of the sailboat can cost me, Norton, and Kellen on 3 separate occasions. Norton.
What is a spinnaker pole?
Sorry, that All right. An inhumane and very unsafe punishment for unruly crew on a sailboat would be to do this. Michael raised his hand first. We'll go for him.
What is force them to sail with Anna?
I'm sorry, Michael. I mean, it might be correct to some people, but not according to this. I believe that Norton had an answer earlier.
What is Spinnaker pool?
What is a spinnaker pool? Oh, Norton. All right.
What is keel hauling?
There you go. That is correct. All right. Could you please select a dollar amount? 400. Okay. When on a collision course with a boat that does not have rights, this is the standard term to shout in order to get their attention. What is a spinnaker pool? You're telling me that when you were about to crash into a boat, you shouted them spinnaker pool? Maybe. All right. Anybody else? There you go, Sid.
What is starboard?
That is right. Thank you. And for our final clue, this device is used to hold the windward corner of a spinnaker away from the base of the mast in order to keep it from collapsing. What is a rudder? Sorry, Norton, that is incorrect. Anybody else? Bonus question. This person, as part of Grosse Ile Yacht Club, did not stick to the script. Michael.
Me.
Thank you, Michael. Anyway, back to our final question. What is that device we were talking about earlier? Kellen.
What is a spinnaker pole?
Thank you, Kellen. And we have reached the end of Sailing Jeopardy. If my math is correct, Norton is in last with negative 1,500 points. Michael is in third with negative 200. Sydney is in second with 600. And our winner today is Kellen with 800 points.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, we're gonna move over to this end of the room. Menor Harbor, you're up next.
Go, Dawson!
Testing. Okay, we're good. Hiya, Dawson. Hi, Gus. Want to go to Bay? Sure, Gus. Jump in. I'm a sailor in Lake Erie. Let's go sailing.
I ain't bailing. You can rig my boat and put it over there. I see. We're the best team. Sailors, let's go sailors. Sailors, let's go sailing. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa. Sailors, let's go sailing. Oh, I'm a sailor in Lake Erie. Let's go sailing. I'm not failing. We can rig our boats and put them over there. MHYC, we're a great team. What? Oh, I'm a friendly first year in the ILYA. What's your life? I'm confused. Come on, Bobby. It's okay. We'll help you. I'll tell you what to do. Fill my cup. Help me up. Save my seat. Right? If you say the coast is clear, I'm a sailor in Lake Erie. Let's go sailing. I ain't bailing. You can rig my boat and put it over there. We're a great team. Come on, sailors. Let's go sailing. Oh, oh, oh. Come on, sailors. Let's go sailing. Oh, whoa, oh, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Make me walk, make me talk, but do whatever you. I can clean the whole room. Don't be on your knees.
Come here, friendly first year. We have mandatory fun. Hey, so hey, we can't play. Let's go sailing.
Yeah, you can jive. If you say the coast is clear, you can tag. You can jive. If you say the coast is clear, I'm a sailor in Lake Erie. Let's go sailing. I ain't failing. You can rig our boats and put them over there. I see. We're a great team. Let's go sailing. Oh, oh. Come on, sailors. Let's go sailing. Oh, 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 oh. Sailors, let's go sailing. Oh, oh. Come on, sailors. Let's go sailing. Oh, oh, I'm having so much fun.
Well, friendly first year, Bay Week is just getting started.
I love sailing. Hey, big shout out to Iris for hiding in the bathroom during the song.
I'm so proud. All right, who's in the back corner? Over there. Edgewater. Come on.
Welcome to the first and final Bay Week Derby. My name's Annika Vanderhorst, and this is my co-host, Kelly Keene.
Thanks, Annika. All right, let's get right into introducing the jockeys. First up, we have Luke. What's your horse's name?
Colt 45.
Fantastic.
Good luck. Next up, we have Sadie. And what's the name of your horse?
My horse's name is Pure Gas.
Okay. Good luck. Next, we have James. And what's your horse's name?
50 Shades of Hey.
Fantastic. Good luck today. Our final racer is Molly. And who will you be riding?
That's what she said, is my horse's name.
Okay. Monica, talk derby to me. All right. So today, it looks like 50 Shades of Hay has the best odds for 4-1, but there is an underdog. That's what she said. And with that, let's get racing. And they're off. Around the corner, we've got 50 Shades of Hay in the lead. Projected winner. There he goes. There he goes.
Everyone's passing Pure Gas. Oh my God. The jump. Oh no. He's in the Shades of Hay is down. Bad. There goes. That's what she said. The winner.
That's what she said, finishing first. How's it feel to have that victory?
I'm overwhelmed, man. I don't know what to do. That never happens. I knew we could do it.
That is what she said. Thank you, everybody. All right, the blue shirts. Who's in the blue back there? Is that Eagle? That's my list. There we go. This is Sandusky. Guys, we talked about this. We can't sacrifice the Opti kid. Why not? Right here. No.
I guess we have to come up with a new skit. Anyone got any ideas? How about 3 frisbees and a rubber chicken? Oh, no, we can't do that. No.
No.
Okay. You have any ideas?
Well, what about pies?
No, we can't use pies. How about we get a gallon of dish soap and then no. Okay, fine. Okay. Any other better ideas? And how about sailing pickup lines? No, we can't do sailing pickup lines. No, not again. Okay. Anything else? Okay, hear me out. What if we bribe Mike into giving us the win?
No, I don't think that's a very
That's not
good
gonna
idea.
work. Okay, at least I tried.
What if we bring the trailer and then we?
No, I don't think that's a good idea. Okay. Last idea. Hear me out. Peanut butter girls. But in a circle.
No.
No, I don't think that's good. Okay. How about we just improvise? Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds great. We're terrible at improvising.
All right, give it over to Sandusky. All right, we're moving into the circle. Erie.
Good evening, everybody. So we are ILYA Yacht Club, and since Sailors Only was unfortunately shut down, we have had a lot more time on our hands, and we have focused them into learning magic tricks to beat our opponents and just to impress other people. So without further ado, we will show you some of our tricks using 1% of our raw power. Ridgeway. Good evening, everybody. I would like everybody to stop what they're doing and watch very carefully as the tip of my index finger is removed. Do you need medical service? Next is Emma.
I've been working on this trick for a while. It's been my hardest trick to perfect. See this knot here? I'm gonna make it disappear.
Gosh, that is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. My goodness. Okay, next, Riley and Madison have also perfected their trick today.
So on your left, you see a blue handkerchief, and on your right, it's red. We're gonna make them switch.
Incredible. I can't believe my eyes. The Fritz boys are next, and they are doing a card trick.
Henry, I'm going to need you to pick a card from the deck. Don't tell me the card. Show the audience. Everybody see the card? Put it back in the deck. Is this your card?
Okay, next we have Nate and Ridgeway. Ridgeway's back.
Spinnaker pole.
Everybody, this is not an ordinary spinnaker pole. This is Nate Mayshaw's very own spinnaker pole from ILYA Yacht Club with 2 giant dents in it. So I'm gonna need everybody in the audience to give me their magic fingers and point at the spinnaker pole. I'm gonna move this clip with my mind. Watch, watch. Everybody, everybody. Oh, it moved on its own! And not only that, but now Nate Mayshaw will swallow the spinnaker pole. Wow! Oh, wow! Excellent. Okay. Rob and Delaney. Looks like you put on a few pounds since I last seen you around. Yeah, the pizza was good.
So, my name is Delaney, and this is my friend Rob. He's gained a few pounds because he can't really hold his boat down. So, we're gonna magically make this belly just disappear.
Can it turn into a spinnaker?
Oh, that is what I call dysentery. Oh, wow. Insane. Okay. Riley and Madison are back for their second trick.
It's even better. It's even better. Okay. Can anybody guess what we have written on this piece of paper? Anybody?
No.
No?
Nothing.
No? No? That's the wrong one.
No! That was good. Ridgeway is going to do the final trick. I would like to thank everybody for coming tonight, but before we finish our skit, and I already have lost the tip of my index finger, watch as the tip of my middle finger is removed. Oh, he's bleeding everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Thank you for watching our magic tricks.
All right, Yuri. Nice job. All right, Eagle Creek. We got a skit. It seems to be a rite of passage coming up here with like less than 4 people and doing a skit. So me and Matt are gonna do the things that sailors never say. So starting off, the boats from Eagle Creek look nice.
It's the perfect temperature.
I was in the wrong on the protest.
I'm sorry, I can't sail this weekend. I have church.
I made a great choice and traded my J-22 for a pontoon boat. Don't regret it.
I decided to stop drinking for the summer.
Racing is really helping my anger issues.
I'm happy with my sail size.
I can fit in that hole. On the starting line, that is. Thank you. That is it for me. Nice work. All right, who's in the back with the hats? North Cape, come on up.
Were you the choreographer? No. Yeah, it's a different height. Different height, much higher step.
No. We're not sailors, we're North Cape. We're cowboys. I'm your local goat farmer, and my name's Mallory Deach. When you show up to North Cape, what do you see? Corn. Everything here is made of corn. Our boats are made of corn, our sails are made of corn, even our roads are made of corn. That's why the drive up is so bad.
I have a bet for you all. Our coach boat is faster than any other coaches. You know why that is? It's fueled on 100% corn.
I go down to the pond every day and I play my fiddle. Let me tell you, those froggies down there, they love my music.
All you can see for miles and miles and miles is corn. What is there? North Cape and corn. On the way to North Cape, what do you see? Corn. On the way back from North Cape, what do you see? Corn. All right.
I thought Gary was growing beans this year.
Okay, Vermilion.
I needed one of those. I had plenty of them every night. I wore a different one every day. Every day. Good old Hawaiian shirt. No wheels this year. No steps next year. Steps on both sides. I went to single size.
Hello, my name is Cole Rainey. Today we are going to be playing some Sailing Jeopardy. Our contestants, Jack, Liam, Aaron, and Josie. Our categories today are famous people, ILYA clubs, and miscellaneous. To see who goes first, we're going to have a very popular question. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? Well, I guess Liam, go first. Choose your category. So Liam, what is Vermilion's favorite thing to tie our boats down with?
Oh, nothing!
Yep, just let them fall. Right? Aaron, that was correct. What's your next category? All right. What club is famous for sailing on a puddle?
Hoover!
All right. That is correct. I have another question for you. How many people have switched from Vermilion to Edgewater? Five?
6, David Hine!
Oh, how could you forget the Notorious? All right. Aaron, you got that correct? What does an individual recall flag look like? Anyone know?
Obviously.
I guess that explains why we're always disqualified. All right. Our last and final question. Aaron, I guess you can go again since you didn't know the last one. Yeah, famous people, all right. Who is the greatest?
Jane O'Brien.
Hands down. Correct. All right. And that's it. $45.
That was 45 licks. All right, good job. Is there another club like hiding over here in blue shirts? Fort Clinton, come on up.
It's Rachel. I'm at Shocks. The gas stocks are crazy busy. Are you coming in?
Sorry, can't. I'm sailing by.
What's up?
Hey, it's Eva. Want to go to Cedar Point?
I can, I'm sailing. Bye.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, it's Molly. Your mom said you need to go home and feed the goats.
No, sorry, can't. Sailing by. What do you want this time?
Hey, I got a private jet to your mom's house.
No, sorry, can't. Sailing by.
What do you want this time?
Just want to feel it. Meet us at PCYC.
Sorry, can't. Wait, what? What did you get?
A sailboat.
Guys, let's go.
I want that shirt. Okay, let's do Buckeye Lake.
Why do we just love picking on Steve? Because she's not picking on Dwayne.
Because I'm not picking on Dwayne, so it's okay.
Picking on Dwayne, picking on Steve.
Hello. My name's Kyle. This is Briar, and this is Ed. You see, I used to sail laser, and they used to sail a 420. You see, I was happy by myself, and they were happy together. I mean, they had their ups and downs, but all in all, they were two peas in a pod. But you see, Zeb wasn't there for the first regatta for this year, so Briar had to sail all by himself on a laser. And you see, Briar, got that taste of freedom, and from then on, he just wanted to be a laser sailor. Don't know why he'd ever want to do that, but but then after that taste of freedom, Briar just wanted to break up with Zeb, and he just wasn't happy about that. But from then, Zeb had a dream, and that dream was, well, we could sail a Thistle. Only being 2 days ago, me and Briar were thinking that's probably not a great idea. But Zeb really tried to get Briar back on board with this idea. You get it? On board. So he was really wondering. But then he was thinking, we're needing an extra person. I wonder who that could be. So we all got in the mix, and from then on, we lived happily ever after.
Okay, before I call up Hoover, I got everybody else, right? Everybody else went? Come on up.
We're gonna need a bigger stage.
Hoover Sailing Club presents Sailors at Bay Week. Sailors at Bay Week present boat loading.
Hoover Sailing Club presents lawnmower.
Sailors at Bayt presents Wii Bowling.
Sailors at Bayt presents Rip the Rookie.
Rip the rookie.
Sailors at Bayt presents Rookie Wrestling.
Sailors at Bayt present the end.
Okay, thanks everybody. Those were all awesome. Give yourselves a hand. Well, while our distinguished judging panel deliberates, I'm going to introduce our two fleet coaches to come up. We're going to have a talk.
No, you have to sit slowly.
We practice it, yes. Okay, so I would like to introduce you to our fleet coaches. They're both visiting from Eckerd. We have Caroline Young. You should all recognize her from Junior Olympics. And we have Eden Nykamp, our laser coach. So if you guys want to go. So these two amazing sailors have a lot of experience behind them. One might be young, but she's mighty. And one is also fairly young, but she's very mighty. She is small, but very mighty. Let me tell you something. So anyway, I'm going to hand you the microphone, introduce you.
All right, thank you. All right, big hand to Kathy. She is amazing. Thank you. I've never done the Junior Bay Week or actually any of the ILYA stuff before this summer, and I will just say, like, feel so welcomed. What a great group. The vibe tonight was awesome. I'm like so glad that y'all got to do the skits. I was giggling the whole time, so that's great. I don't think I had a junior sailing experience where we got to do that. And yeah, so I guess I was just going to talk for a little bit about setting the tone for the week and maybe do some storytelling to distract you while you sweat over what the judges are going to say. So I'll let Eden just give a brief intro too, and then we'll do that.
Hi, I'm Eden Nykamp. I am an ex-youth sailor. I did the whole USODA circuit. I grew up sailing right here in the Midwest, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, and I started sailing the laser probably 7 years ago and just did some national level stuff. Really loved it. Started doing some travel stuff with the Lauderdale team. So I have a lot of experience in the boat, and I really am excited to sort of share that knowledge with all of you laser sailors because it's all about getting faster, right? It's all about enjoying the boat and feeling like you have control, right? So excited to be here.
I tend to talk for a minute, so we'll let Eden sit down and then we'll trade. No, you can like sit up. Okay. So Caroline Young, I'll do a quick scratch sheet, I guess. So I grew up sailing Opties. I sailed Opties from when I was 9 until I was 15 because I still haven't sized out of the boat, obviously. I could sail one right now. And then I sailed 420s. I really sailed 420s because I was just too infinitesimally small for a radial. So I sailed 420s, so I got a lot of experience in double-handed stuff. I wound up representing the U.S. at the Youth World Championships and got 8th at the Youth Worlds in 420s. And then I sailed at Stanford University. I was an All-American there. I won B Division at Women's College Nationals. And our team got top 3 at Women's Nationals by the time I graduated. So we were killing it. Yeah. It was an amazing group of women. And so what I want to just talk about for a second is a little bit about the journey and how important it is that y'all are here right now, because we have, national level judges here. You've got good coaches, lots of support. And it reminds me a lot of kind of when I did the women's series at US Sailing. So the Ida Lewis Regatta or the Lighter Cup. Who here knows what I'm talking about when I say those things? Ida Lewis or Lighter? Okay, cool, great. So I'm going to spleen it. So, okay, the best thing I ever did as a junior sailor, certainly as a teenager, was I went to the Ida Lewis Regatta, which is a women's double-handed championship put on by US Sailing. Have you been, or you're just dancing? Okay, good. Marin is dancing to show her support of the event that she's been to. So yeah, so Ida Lewis, it's awesome. It's set up kind of like JO's was last week. There's a clinic and then a regatta, and so they do that for lighter too. Those are both women's events, but they have other ladder events with US Sailing, and one of the big things they do is like the youth champs. So the reason why I'm likening that to this is we all got housed in basically the same spot, so we got to know each other. That was super important, because if you guys ever sail in college, like the people that you're looking at right now are the people you're going to be looking at for the next 4 or 5 years, right? So all of the girls that I met at Ida Lewis, I then sailed against in college, and actually now I'm like godmother to 2 of their kids, and all of those things happen as well. But it's really nice at this point because you get to meet the people that you can sail with for the rest of your life or sail again for the rest of your life. So this Bay Week is really encouraging to me, especially to see how many teams are here, and it's really nice to have the coaching support that you have too, because a lot of us, like I know Eden mentioned going to Lauderdale, like there were a lot of points in my sailing career where I had to go a ways away to even have a coach so that I could train with the team. So anyway, I'll tell you my quick part about Ida Lewis, because actually I lied. I said I never got to do skits. We did do skits at Ida Lewis, but only because we felt like it. Like there was no actual show. We were just bored. So it was like light air, and they had a mic and a stage, and so we wound up doing like various dances. But all of these are the level like where we've got tons and tons of support, and then you can go do college sailing. So like I said, the one thing I want to encourage for the week is make friends. Definitely ask lots of questions, because there's a ton of resources here, right? And it's a good time to try out stuff, new things with your boat. So Eden alluded to it, but like going fast getting faster with the boat that you sail is so important, because you can get away with anything if you're fast. Like really, I mean, I'm looking at a judge, not sure if she's agreeing with me, but I'm like, seriously, like if you spend time tweaking and doing some of the tuning things and working on boat handling with your partner and things like that, all of a sudden you go from like maybe being 10th to being 5th, and sailing a race from the top 5 feels really different from sailing the race in the middle. So those are the sort of things that I hope we can focus on, and it's one of my main focus points. Obviously, we can talk race tactics all week if you guys want, but one really important thing is you have 2 very fast sailors who can give you a lot of speed tips. So that's my advice to the crew. Is like, if you have any questions about that stuff, I'll hop in a boat. I'll show you. We'll show you all of those things. And when I went to Ida Lewis and when I went to these other events that had national level clinics, that's what happened there. I went there and I got really fast at the boat. So that's my plug. Please do that. And you have anything to add? Is there anything I should be hitting?
I want to know why you suggested
Okay, I suggested Eden, let me tell you this. So Eden is one of the athletes on my team at Eckerd College. I'm the head coach at Eckerd, or the assistant coach at Eckerd College. And Eden, it was a freshman this year, and we wound up having, well, we started with having like mainly a co-ed program. And so we really wanted to make sure that our women's team got to sail as a women's team also. So Lily, another fan fave, yes. So here's the story. I came in January at Eckerd. I wasn't the coach in the fall. I was working somewhere else. I came in and Lily and Eden stepped up to skipper the women's team. So we actually had a women's team that we put together in like a couple months. And Eden, as the driver, wound up winning the top division at our regional championships as a freshman, which was awesome. Yes, big round of applause for that. I did not do that when I was in college. That was impressive. And so the other thing is that we all do this at Eckerd is we just pound the pavement and make each other fast. Like that is what we do. I get on the line and get on a boat with them. You know, Eden, Lily, all of it, we're all lined up and we're all just trying to ruin each other's starts because I'd rather do it at home, right? So we try to ruin each other's starts. I try to drive over the top of them, or we try to pinch each other off, whatever it is. And so Eden popped out as a very, what would I say, like consistent sailor. College sailing is scary because there's no drops. Like you get 5 or 6 races here and then you get to throw one away. In college sailing, you have to eat it all. There are no drops. So it's really hard to find a sailor who can sail consistently and not like have a meltdown and every now and then drop a race. So anyway, Eden came forward, fastest boat on the team, wound up being our co-ed MVP, which we've never had a female co-ed MVP before. So Eden's the star of the Eckerd team for sure. And I was really impressed with, we did a clinic in Michigan about a month ago, and Eden was co-coaching that one. And I think we got like soup to nuts in one day, taught everybody how to fly spinnakers. They were just like, we did a lot in a little bit of time. And that's what we want to do in these Bay weeks. It's like, who can coach and give the sound bites and get you guys up to speed as fast as we can while we're here. So anyway, yeah, that's why the Eden was the no-brainer in my mind. So yeah, I'll let you speak for yourself too. But the biggest thing, like I said, is this week we can work on speed because you probably don't have this many boats on a line that often, right? So if you're getting burned off the starting line, you should ask your coach why that's happening, or you can ask me, right? And the other thing is, while we're out there, yeah, I mean, there's this little middle ground where you find training partners who are willing to beat up on you a little bit, and still you come off the water and you're still friends. So that's the challenge, right? So anyway, I'm gonna hand it over to Eden.
Yeah, so I came to Eckerd. I had never sailed an FJ before. I had seen one sitting in the parking lot at my club before, but it was old and sort of falling apart. So college sailing for me was learning a lot of things in a very short period of time, which, like Caroline says, what we're trying to do here. And I think that actually helped me get faster, because I had a very open mind, and I was just thinking, okay, I need to take in so much information right now. How do I chunk it so that I can process all of it? And learning team racing, I had never team raced before. That was also really, really cool because it's an actual playbook, and that made sense to me because I was able to go, okay, bullet point here, this is what you do at this point. So in laser sailing, for me, it was always, okay, I'm seeing this breeze condition, I'm seeing these waves, I'm seeing this current here. Oh, okay, I know the settings for that. I know how my body's supposed to be positioned in the boat. I know exactly what main trim I need. So really knowing those specifics can help you a lot, because then it just becomes automatic, right? The more we do it, the more we understand it, the more it just becomes muscle memory. I think a lot of sailing, that's lost on a lot of coaches and programs, because we need to just understand that it's all about just understanding the boat and knowing what you're doing. So yeah, I think like college sailing is one of the coolest things that you can do because it puts you in a lot of new situations that you don't necessarily fully understand at first, but you get fast real quick. So yeah, but do we have questions maybe about like college sailing or maybe about this week?
They're so pooped, they just performed. It was like, I'm like, it gave us everything they had. Yeah, really, seriously, there's nothing else in the room. Everybody's like this. Even Lily.
Thank you. You'll be hearing more from them, of course. Okay, and before we make our announcements, I do want to introduce our head PRO of the event, who's done this for 20-some years, many years, Mr. Steve Harris.
Yes, I've been helping with Junior Bay for 20-some years, first as a coach for Buckeye and then race-ups and everything. But that is nothing compared to the old man who is running the 420 and Thistle course, who is here for his 39th Bay Week, Jamie Jones. All right, truth be told, Jamie sailed as a junior. I didn't. I think I'm actually older than him. But I'm going to keep it brief tonight. We're going to have a short debriefing with you guys each morning before we go out, as far as weather conditions, anything special to expect from the race committee or anything like that. But I want to take a minute and introduce our race officers. I already introduced Jamie. He's going to do the 420s and Thistles and then the Gold Fleet after the split. This year for our Laser course and the Silver Fleet after the split from Rochester Yacht Club, we have Robbie Markwick. So we've got a great team out there. A couple things I want to point out. Both of them and myself, you have questions, you are allowed to talk to your race officers. There might be times you aren't supposed to be talking to your coaches and all that kind of stuff. But please, 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 if there's something going on, happened out on the course, particularly as it relates to the course itself or the signals or anything else, we are all three very approachable and more than happy to have that conversation and talk to you. Real quick question, raise your hand if you have read your sailing instructions. Okay, one race officer, one coach, and another coach and a judge. Yeah, when you get back to the hotel tonight, read your sailing instructions, all right, including the course diagrams. Do not be surprised if we make amendments to the sailing instructions this week. Okay, look at the wind forecast. I think we all know it is going to be a breezy Junior Bay Week. Words that have never been spoken in the history of this event. It is going to be a very breezy Junior Bay Week. We might have to introduce some new courses. We might have to introduce some other things like a possible signal if we decide it's just not safe to run a spinnaker. Okay, we aren't going to put you guys out there in dangerous conditions, but we are going to take advantage of the good breezy conditions as best as we can too. Okay, so every morning we will meet you guys in the clubhouse down there at Putin Bay Yacht Club. Tomorrow morning, that will be at 8:30. Okay. After that, as we get into the routine, getting our boats geared up and all that kind of stuff, we'll probably move that up so that you're still ready for launch at 9. But rather than drag it out too much, so we can get out on the water. But we'll meet with you at 8:30 tomorrow morning. Go over anything we need to do today, and then we'll turn you over to Mr. Schroeder and his team to get you wet. Thistles, we want to be, what'd you say, 7:30? Yeah, Thistles come down, be there by 7:30, meet with Jamie by your boats, and we'll make sure you guys are all set. When it comes to launch time tomorrow, we've got to hoist all the Thistles in before we can launch anybody else. And then we've got mooring balls for you the rest of the week, unless the forecast says we need to bring you out mooring balls one night. But meet with Jamie this morning. He'll go over some Thistle-specific stuff with you. So. I'll go ahead and talk about turquoise flag now, real quick. Those of you that have been here before know that once we launch you, there'll be a horn with that. There is a turquoise flag a beautiful turquoise flag that will be hoisted on the yard arm out in front of Put-in-Bay Yacht Club. Okay, the whole time you're on the water, it'll be up. When you come back off the water, it will be up. You must remain on the grounds as long as it is up. Okay, and that's just a safety rule, a safety precaution. If for some reason we do need to keep a fleet on the grounds, what I will do when it comes down, I'll take it down quietly, put a class flag underneath it for the class we need to stay, and then give you guys a horn. And if your class flag isn't there, you're welcome to leave. But if it's there by itself, everybody has to stay on the grounds until you're dismissed. We understand that. It's one of those things that's in the sailing instructions. It does tell you you can be penalized and have to go deal with Carol. And she's a really nice, sweet lady, and she certainly came off as such tonight, but I've seen her upset. You don't want to be on that side of that. Tag board. The other thing is when you go on the water, the tag board, you may have seen it leaning up by the registration table inside there today. For each of you, there is a spot on there. If you're probably up by boat space, by your boat parking space, with your name, okay, take your tag, clip it to your life jacket. It has to stay on you, visible with you the entire time you're on the water. When you get back off the water, put it back on the board. That way we can account for the fact that we actually got all of you back off the water safely, and we don't have some, random sailor from Buckeye Lake drifting around North Bass or something. Oh, there'll be 3 of them. I can get rid of 3 of them at a time this year. Oh my God, don't tempt me. Okay. No, but put that back on the board. That's another one of those safety checks we have for you. Another thing you have to do. Vic Schroeder, Vic, you want to stand up and raise your hand real quick. Vic is heading up our launch and recovery again this year. His people will not be nice to you if you show up on his ramp without your tag. Vic seems like a really nice guy. I've seen him angry. All right. And Vic, you want the mic real quick? Because all I'm doing at this point is rambling, and these kids went out of here.
All right, thank you. I just want to go over a couple things real quick. We're going to be lining up the boats in 2 rows, bow first. You guys are used to doing it the opposite way. We're going in bow first. Make sure that your boats are not tied to the dollies, okay? I took a couple notes. If you can get your rudder on and up, do it. If not, we'll help you get it on in the water. Parents, we always need volunteers. If you volunteer, you get a nice shirt, right? So I'm going to sign everybody up for this book tomorrow morning. So when the kids are coming off the water, I'll text all the parents. We can meet at the ramp, get them off the water. One thing for the new people, don't worry about matching your dolly to your boat. We'll do it on the last day, okay? Any questions? All right, that's it. See you tomorrow morning.
And as far, well, we are not leaving. So he's just saying thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks, Vic. And if any parents are interested in signing up for Launch and Recovery, you can do that through the Sign Up Genius on the website. If you want more information, let me know, or just stop down in the morning to talk to Vic. And what time do you assemble your people? 8. Okay, and down at the ramp at the pavilion. Any questions for anybody? We've got some awards to give out. Oh.
So unfortunately, fortunately for some other girls in the country, Caroline is leaving on Wednesday. She has a flight at 8 o'clock. And if there's anyone here that's leaving on Wednesday and can take her to the airport, that would be great. So if not everybody stays the whole week. We need somebody to take her after the Wednesday racing so she can go to the lighter in Ida Lewis for coaching. Cleveland, yes.
Okay, are we ready?
Okay. In third place, we have Grocio Yacht Club. You gotta come get your trophy. There they are. In second place, we have ILYA Yacht Club. That was like the best magic I saw all day. And in first place, Edgewater Yacht Club.
Before we leave, we have some reminders. So, the code of conduct, you all signed it, right? Did you all read it? Yeah? So I gave my team a speech. And I don't have any tolerance for things like drinking and jewels and vapes and blah, 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 blah. So I'm just telling you right now, if I find out that any of you have anything, you're out. It's done. You're gonna go through the code of conduct. It's a problem, okay? So if you have anything right now, get rid of it. Do not bring anything to that hotel. Don't bring anything on the water. Don't have anything in your bags. Nothing, okay? Nothing. Thank you. And again, I think I'd like to talk a little bit more about what Carol was mentioning about how serious things could get. So do you want to stand up here for a second and help me with something? I don't know. I don't think they know what the rules you were talking about were.
Rule 2 is misconduct, and misconduct, really both of them have that if you do something that makes people feel about us in a negative way, then you're doing a disservice for the sport, and it's considered unacceptable. So yes, you all are guests on this island, but there are other people who live here and they're visitors here too. And so if you are kind and pleasant to the people walking around, and remember there are a lot of power boaters that have no idea how a sailboat works. So that also consider that when you're coming into the harbor, that if a powerboat's coming, assume that they have no idea how a sailboat works. So if we hear that there's bullying going on or all the other things in the conduct, that people are not treating each other well, that does go through the committee. And if they decide that it's not acceptable, then it will come to the jury. And Rule 2 is misconduct. Rule 69 is a little bit more. That is, we have to write up something and invite you to the hearing. You can actually have attorneys act on your behalf. You can get thrown out of sailing permanently. So it can be a big range, but sometimes it's just a warning, just clean up your act. I have had 6 Rule 69 hearings. And none of them did I have to report to U.S. Sailing, but we gave warnings and they cleaned up their act. But there have been people who have been thrown out of sailing for a couple years or permanently, depending on what happened. I'll give you an example, and that was one in which somebody was very upset that a kid was beating him, and he was 45 in lasers, and he beat up the kid on the beach. And so he got thrown out of sailing, and he got thrown out of sailing through 69. I mean, there's some other things that happened too, and this was maybe 25 years ago. It's just, and I think here, we're in Midwest, I grew up here. We don't lie, we don't cheat, we're honest, we do things that are right. If you ask my kids what did they get punished the most when they lied, that's when they were grounded. So it's just kind of how we are, so I don't really expect any big 69s or 2s. Because I just really don't see that happening when I'm involved with regattas in the Midwest. So I hate to have that as a negative thing as the end of this, because you guys really are eager to learn stuff. I love having you guys coming up. After we call the kinetics, we're going to come up. Last year, we didn't have these 2 great people here coaching, so part of the time I was coaching and having people learn how to do roll tacks. Hey, if you see me in the whaler surfing, that means you can surf. It drove me nuts last year. That means if I am surfing, you can pump your main. So, and nobody did it last year. So just kind of look at that, and you can always come up and ask. We had one kid that came up and asked how many times he can pump. Look at your rule book. I told him that, and then the next start, he sculled to the start, and I called him on that. And after it, I said, you know why I called him? And he said, yes, I know you called me on sculling, but I was late to the start. There we are, the honest Midwest sailor. So I'm looking forward to it. I think we have people from Atlanta. They've never been here before. Caroline's never been here. Eden's never been here. And it's just a neat place to be. And I hope you all have a really good time.
Thank you, Carol. Okay, so with that, what time is curfew? 10:30. Okay, you're gonna do your best to represent sailing on Put in Bay, right? Thanks.
Thanks again. You're welcome. I grabbed that thing about 3 times. Yeah, appreciate that. You're welcome. Hey guys, one last thing.